Right, where are we next? Let's try and run on with these a little bit. Car Lad Adventures, how you doing? How you doing, Car? Hi Stephen, hope you are well. Just one question, what improvements would you make to the motorhome for the next trip? Well, I think I covered a bit of that on the first questions and answers. I'm getting, because you know I repaired my small inverter, it's only a 1K inverter I think, is it 1K or 2K? But I've got a 4K one now, thanks Ellie and Graham, Whizzing in the Wild. They donated one which they used to use, they've upgraded to me. So I'll have a 3K inverter now, which will be a game change for me. So that's something I wanted to do anyway, so that'll be an upgrade. My hub system, my Wi-Fi hub network system failed on Skye, more or less the second week I was into the Skye adventure. That caused me major headaches trying to upload on Skye, because the battery connector on it broke and I couldn't charge it, it wouldn't charge, so I couldn't use a bloody thing. So upgrade my hub, upgrade my data package as well. What else? Take less in the van, as I've just mentioned. 60% of the stuff in the van I don't need, so that'll be coming out of the van, so it'll make it a lot lighter. Plus tidying Christine up as well, which I've already done, repainted her, rejigged inside and everything, so lovely job. Right, where are we? Andy Walton, how you doing Andy? Nice to hear from you, bro. I would like to know if you ever feel vulnerable while you're alone out in the wilderness and sticks. Also in the future, will you purchase another motorhome or would you consider a van build? As I'm curious because it's a decision I'll make in the future. Hi Andy, do I feel vulnerable? No. Now a lot of people may, especially being a lone van lifer like me, you may feel vulnerable guys, especially the ladies as well. But there's a few great lady van lifers out there that go for it and they've really got some balls. They really have, because you do need them, because it can be a bit spooky sometimes, a bit airy, a bit scary, but it doesn't bother me one iota. I'm a camper. Most of my life I've been camping in a tent. Glorious morning. Bit cold, bit chilly. That sun will soon be up. It'll come up over there from behind me. It's only 5:30, I thought it was a bit later. I think I went to bed about, it was about 3:30 in the end, wasn't it? Me rambling away. A couple of hours sleep. I'll have a kip in the daytime. Get this fire going, we'll get a cup of tea on the go. Watch you guys, a glorious day, absolutely beautiful. It's a good old blast before I go, so I'm using up most of the wood that I collected guys and prepared. Good old fire that is. A bushcrafter, a wild camper, you know, and I love I've been in forests for weeks on my own in a tent. I just love that type of thing. And I've got, I mean, since the death of Christine, since my lovely girl was killed, I've got kind of an inch of invincibility about me. Not invincibility that I'm indestructible. More of I don't care if I'm on the edge of a cliff, you know, because I do push it a little bit sometimes. I go off grid and rain and sticks and push the spots that I stay in sometimes. And if I'm on the edge of the cliff and the wind blowing or whatever, or I'm climbed up the Kerrang in 50, 60 mile-an-hour winds and rains, I don't care. You know, if the van goes over, I don't care. It's that mindset that I'm in, that I really don't care, that if it ends, it ends. It doesn't bother me. I'm not scared of heights anymore, which is a weird thing as well. I used to be scared of heights before I lost Christine, but I'm not scared of heights now because I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn if I had to fall over. But I don't know, it's hard to explain that one, but no, I don't feel vulnerable at all. I'm in a nice secure unit, locked doors and everything. Nobody's going to get in here, and God forbid anybody tries to get in there. They'll be in for a rude awakening, I'll tell you. Because anybody comes through my door or my window, they won't be getting out alive. Right, also future, would you purchase another motorhome, or would you consider building? I love this, and as long as this van will keep going, it's been going for 30 years, so there's no reason why it can't go for another 20 years, as long as I look after it. I would never buy another van because I love the way this. I don't like modern vans, I don't like panel vans. You know, people do love them, and some of them are absolutely stunning, but I just like this old van. It's got so much character. Everyone that passes the van stops and knocks the door, admiring my vehicle. They're either followers or people on the street that just admire. You see people walking past staring at the van. So it's a little bit unusual. I think it's the star of my channel really, the Christine the van. Plus Skye, my dog. So no, I don't think. If I ever did, I think I'd build my own high top, long wheelbase. I don't know. I would like one of those little micro vans as an extra to Christine that I could park up on my daughter's in case I want to do a stealth weekend, because there's places you can get in a micro van that I'll never be able to take Christine. Though I'll try, I'll always try.
Hello, how are you? My name's Sean, my channel's On The Road, and I'm currently touring on a long road trip around Ireland. I've owned my van now for nearly 2 years, so it's about time I gave you guys a van tour. This is version 2 of my layout. Originally I had the kitchen unit directly ahead, little camper cooker. If you followed me when I was doing the build, I decided to go for a slightly different interior approach, and I've got a diagonal bed in there.
Just arrived, who's this? Who is that? That looks familiar to me. Ken and Carol, the little red camper. I don't know, it was Saturday today, I just thought it was coming Saturday. Hello Carol, how you doing sugar? Just going to have a quick look at, oh look at this lovely sunshine. Isn't it grand to see the sun out? Absolutely glorious. These are famous little red camper, life is too short, Ken and Carol. The pop top's up. What is this called though? Here we go, inside the little red camper.
It does well.
So you've got it to an art, haven't you now? Yeah, I think it'd be nice and cosy for a single person living in something like this. You'd work away, wouldn't you?
Yeah, if you just had a single bed and that, then you would have a bit more room to
Yeah.
move around.
So it's lovely meeting Carol. They're off now. We've had a couple of hours napped out, which has been lovely. Lovely to meet them. Ken's setting up his camera. There's a lovely gleaming, brand new little red camper. There's rusty old Christine.
And I'll show you inside.
Just make me believe in love when you're gone, forever after.
quite simple. One bed.
Just made me believe that we'd find someone here in the afterglow.
Weekend away, a night away, just to do something different. And you may not like it, may not be for you, but you might find you love it, and then you can go from there.
So guys, summer's coming. You need a little bit of wood, a few screws, a few nails. Go get out there.
A bit of imagination.
Go find your own adventure. Muddy feet over my chair. Oh dear. Alright.
Oh!
You're up. I'm worried about you getting up. Hope you're not standing on the sunroof.
Come alive in the nighttime. It's something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. We come alive. We come alive.
Hopefully that answers your question there, Andy. Cheers, mate. Lovely job, mate. This is from Lee. How you doing, Lee? Here's a question for you, Q&A, Stephen. What really pisses you off everyday travels, and do people judge you? Well, I've never had a problem. I've been 12 months now. I've never had a problem with my van. Okay, you get one or two locals that may say, you know, how long you're here, or, you know, just being bloody nosy as they do. I've had one or two like that. I've had nobody judge me at all. The family are loving what I'm doing. All my friends are loving what I'm doing. So nobody judges me like that at all. And I've had no comments or anything like that. So I've had no one knock the door, and no, I don't. You know, I don't think anyone has judged me other than congratulating me on what I'm doing, and love what I'm doing. Because it's a slower vehicle, obviously I can only do like, I wouldn't push it more than 50 miles an hour. And you do get idiots try to overtake you. I've had a few people bang my wing mirror on that side. They're that close, trying to get past me, especially in Scotland on narrow country lanes. Just losing impatience to get by you. I think when they see a camper van or a caravan or a camper, it's just in their silly little driving hearts. They want to get past you for some reason. I don't know, and they'll risk hell and high water to get past you, and it can be dangerous. So that does bug me a little bit. But all these part-time van lifers in the hire vans, the way they're messing up the countryside, some of them. It's not all RVs though, it's cars as well. That pisses me off big time, littering the countryside. That does really bug me. But no, generally it's alright. There's a lot of drama videos out there about all the drama that's going on in van life and how tough it can be. People get on it here and there and insulting. But I've not seen that. I've not seen that in my 12 months travels. Right, Paul Gibbs, how you doing, Paul? Hi, Stephen. Really enjoyed the Skye tour, and lovely to see other vans visiting you. What 3 items top your list that you couldn't do without? Have a fab day. Well, that's an easy, quick one for me because I've gone through them already on that one, Paul. My poweroak, I think my electric blanket, especially in winter on Skye. I'd have died without that electric blanket, and my petrol generator as well, backup emergencies as well. I wouldn't go anywhere without those 3 items, and of course my dog. So thanks for that, Paul. Keith, where are you, Keith? How you doing, Keith? How do you wash your clothes while 24/7, and how do you get on refilling, emptying toilet and water? Washing my clothes, there's lots of wash places, washing machines where you can wash your clothes, friends' houses, families' houses. As you've seen on Skye, I did a lot of washing in the mountain streams. I washed my place and washed my clothes there, and that's no issue at all. I don't mind doing that. It's all nice fresh spring mountain water, and you don't tend to get through that many clothes, you know. I wear a lot of dark clothes when I'm in the van, because obviously they don't get as dirty, well they don't seem as dirty because they don't show it up. But you tend to wear clothes a little bit longer. Some people may think that's unhygienic, but as long as you're clean, you've got your strip down wash every day, your flannel wash or whatever, or your shower. As long as you're clean, you tend to hang on to clothes a bit longer in a van, if you know what I mean. there's one or two of you that might disagree or might agree with me, but you tend to wear the same clothes sometimes for a week or so. So you try and, because you've got to cut down on water usage as well, you've got to cut down on all your energy that you uses as well. You try to keep everything to a minimalistic basis. So yeah, I do washing inside the van as well. So washing clothes is not an issue. You can either do it inside your van, we've got hot water on board, or you can do it in a mountain stream as I do, especially in Scotland. It's all lovely fresh spring water, nothing better than washing your clothes in that. And all my cutlery as well. And the wastewater I've got that comes from the sink and the shower, when I'm over a drain pipe, and if my tank, it's a 70 litre tank below, Christine, for wastewater. It's only washing up water and shower water. You know, there's hardly any chemicals or soap in there at all. That will just go down a normal drain in the road, the side of the road, in a gutter or whatever, down the drain system, guys. So that's where the wastewater goes. My toilet, I don't use a cassette. I'm not into Thetford cassettes at all. I hate the things. I spoke to this on a couple of my videos that I hate the things. That's the first thing I pulled out of the van and threw away. So anybody who wants a Talbot Express Thetford cassette unit, I've got one. Hit me up, you can have it. It's in storage somewhere. So I don't use those. I've got a cabinet where the cassette was, and that's storage for all my doggy bags and my rubbish. And if, you know, if I've got rubbish in bags, they go into my Thetford cassette storage cupboard. So basically, I'll just weigh in a bottle and solids in a dog bag. Whenever the bottle's full of the liquids, again, I will tip that into a hedgerow or into a forest, away from footpaths, just on the grass, away from footpaths, guys. So there's no problem with that. Or if I'm near a toilet, it will go into a toilet disposable unit. And the actual solid bags, they will be treated like dog poo bags. They will go into a dog poo bin whenever I'm passing one. They'll all be stored in my cassette cupboard, where the cassette used to be. Where the bowl is for the toilet, there's just a hole there now into the cassette cupboard. So the doggy bags, once they've got the solids inside, I'll just seal them up, pop them down to the bottom and put a new bag there ready. Nice and simple. I don't need air sites, I don't need disposable units, I don't need none of that. I don't have to find sites all the time to get rid of all my stuff, all the waste. It's done very easily. That's why I can do it off-grid so long as I do. So hopefully that answers that. But that's why I do it. It stops using chemicals. It stops you having to clean the cassette all the time and using chemicals and finding disposable sites and airs or whatever. Alson units. To find an Alson unit on Skye, because all the campsites were shut, would be a bloody nightmare in the winter. I couldn't do that, so I had to think up of a different system. And that system worked a treat, an absolute treat. Plus you haven't got a smelly cassette unit full of all your waste, slopping around all the time till it's full. And plus you don't get splashback and all that when you're cleaning it. No chemicals. So hopefully that answers that for you. So dog bags into a dog bag bin. The liquids into a bottle and tipped into a toilet or into an hedgerow or wherever, out of the way of footpaths or whatever. So lovely. I've done those two, so thanks very much. Just a couple left now, guys. Jane, how you doing, Jane, from Small Van Big World? Lovely to hear from you, sugar. Hi Steve, my question is, would you go to Europe? Yes, as I said in previous videos on some of the questions and answers, Jane, it will be where I'll be going one day. It won't be for a couple of years. I want to do Spain, France, Portugal, all down the Med down there. I'd love to do that. Perhaps off to North Africa as well. But I would really love to do Scandinavia, Norway, Sweden, all of that peninsula as well. I'd love to do Scandinavia, especially in the springtime when it's not so cold. So yes, I will certainly be going abroad, Jane. Thanks for that question. And the final question in this round, from Music Infinity. How you doing, guys? Will you be going back to Skye in the summer? Me and my brother are hoping to do the NC500, just hoping it won't be too busy. It will be busy, Music Infinity, in the summer, the NC500. Travels and Peaceful Parkle. Yes, I will be going back to Skye in the summer because it'll be on my route to Harris, because I'm going to do Harris after the mini adventure on the east coast. The island of Harris, I'll be on there for about 3 months. I've got to sort the ferry out and all that for that. And I will be travelling through Skye to get that from Ewig in Skye, because that's where the ferry goes from Ewig in Skye over to the island of Harris. I think it's about an hour and a half trip over there. So I will be passing Skye, but I'm going to spend a couple of days in Skye before I go to Harris, because I want to just quickly do a quick tour out of the island in the summertime when the sun's blazing. Go and look at all the lovely camps that I stayed at in the winter and see exactly what they look like in the summer. That'd be interesting. See what they look like with the sun blazing, plus all the camper vans as well, because there's going to be bloody hundreds of them. So okay guys, that'll do. Thanks very much. That's all the questions for now. I've got loads more there. If I do get another batch coming through, I'll do another video. I'm starting to lose my voice. Thanks very much for watching, guys. I hope that's been entertaining and informative for you, and we'll see you hopefully. I've got a couple of reviews to do, a couple of products that I've got, so I'll do a quick heads up on those, and then we'll be on the mini tour once that bloody part comes for the van, for the MOT. Once that part comes, I'm off on my little mini tour of Norfolk, Suffolk, Essex, Sussex coast, all the way down, all that corner there, southeast corner. We'll do a little mini tour down there for about 6-7 weeks. Then it'll be off to Brum for the MOT. Once the MOT's all sorted, we'll be off to, hopefully, the Isle of Harris. So next time, guys, thanks for watching. And Skye's been lovely down there, haven't you, Skye? Haven't you? You've been a good girl, lying here at my feet. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that, and we'll catch you later. Ta-da!